see something cool.
Sure.
I color coded my paper this week, so I figured out what's going on
With your Sharpie.
with my Sharpie highlighter. Yeah,
Jared's gonna be wanting that back.
yeah, we'll get it back to him. I can't even read. Ohatchee at Lauderdale County. We still have 4 3A Region 5 teams playing. 3 are at home, 1's on the road in Ohatchee, Lauderdale County. So let's start with the Indians.
Yeah, they gotta go on the road to Lauderdale County's record's not that great, but you look at their losses and their teams that are undefeated and have 1 loss, so they play a pretty tough schedule, and I think Ohatchee knows they're gonna have a tough game when they go up there on Friday night, but that was a pretty dominating win in the first round, so it'd be hard to count against Ohatchee, but I mean it's definitely gonna be a tough trip for them to go up there, but. We could be in for some quarterfinal matchups that are all 3A Region 5.
I've made that trip up 278 all the way up to Lauderdale County the past 2 years. When Wellborn went up there last year, Sachs went up to 2 years ago with Trey Smith. They're historically good. They play in the region with Madison Academy used to be in.
Mm-hmm.
They've always had a tough time stopping the run though,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be Trey Smith, Devin Harris.
Have a tough time with
Right,
that.
yeah, so I mean that's where I was going to go with it. Austin Takatele Eubanks did just one of those 1-2 combos or 1A 1B combos.
And then Jesse Sellers took it 60+ yards to the house on the first play last week. So I mean they're pretty good running the ball.
Speaking of people that can run the ball, Taylor Hayes.
Yeah. Piedmont's got a tough matchup too, and here in the second round against Colbert County. It's a rematch of the semifinals last year. The Piedmont won 14-0. But I don't think Colbert County has everybody back. Neither does Piedmont, but it's at Piedmont, so that'll be good. And like you said, Taylor Hayes. I mean, he's one of the best players in 3A, and I mean he's one of the better players in the state in terms of what he's done for his team.
Right.
He set the single season rushing touchdowns record last week. So he's he's definitely as long as they've got him, I think I like Piedmont's chances, and they're a talented team all over the board. So I think Piedmont wins a tough game against Colbert County.
Speaking of talented teams across the board, Lexington goes to Weaver, who hosts their first playoff game since 2005 when Cherokee County came there. Last week, the Bearcats picked up their first playoff win under Dale Hamby, even though they lost Cody Ortiz for the season. They really played inspired ball and scored, obviously, one after what happened with Cody, 37-7. I think if they play the way they did last week and the way they get against Sachs the week before, I think they could be facing Piedmont next week.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't just a playoff win; that was a dominating playoff win. I mean, 37-7. It was one of the better performances on both sides of the ball that I think anybody had last week. So, and then Randolph County, they're going to play Sylvania. I like that matchup for Randolph County. I haven't seen Sylvania this year. I know their coach is in his second year, and he's trying to kind of change that program. So maybe they've got something, but Randolph County's been there, done that before.
Right.
I expect Randolph County to get a fairly easy win.
Right. Just kind of touching on them a little bit. Can Hanley get revenge after dropping to UMS right last season?
They definitely want to. They've been wanting to. They felt like they should have won that game last year, and they're playing as good as anybody right now.
Right.
They're on an 8 or 9 game win streak right now after dropping their first couple of games. So, Spanky Watts, Rhett Fedner, they're playing as good as anybody. But UMS right, they're UMS right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to. So, but they got to go to UMS right, so that makes it tough. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hanley got some revenge.
Right. All right. And check back with us throughout the week with Will's picks. I'll maybe drop things on Twitter, but check back with us on Friday night.